out more about why some young people wanted to join gangs and what's being done to stop them doing so, and joins us now. Very good morning to you, Aasha.
Hello, good morning.
Just give us an idea of your background and how you got this opportunity.
Well, basically, I was looking on the BBC Work Experience website and I found this scheme, and it was for 18 to 22-year-olds. And being 22, I thought, oh, this is my last chance. So I went for it, and basically, I really wanted to find out why young people were joining gangs, also what was being done to stop it.
Yeah.
I'm curious now, you see, and feel free to say, you want to do this story because you think it hadn't been done well, hadn't been done properly, that people don't understand, that it's done by older people who don't understand it? What was your thought process? I really wanted to do it from a younger person's perspective, and I think that a lot of reporting out there has been quite negative on young people, and there are a lot of positive things going on, a lot of youth centres doing things, police are doing stuff as well, so I really wanted to get a positive slant on what was happening with young people.
Talk to you in just a moment. Let's have a look at your report.
Cisco Augusto was 7 when he came to England with his family from war-torn Angola. At primary school, he found a friend in Damilola Taylor, but his murder left him devastated.
He was a big part of my life, where I just came into the country and he was there talking to me, just letting me know what's happening. Then next thing I know, he's got stabbed and he's dead.
Shortly afterwards, his parents were separated, leaving him angry and alone. He was excluded from school twice, and bored with nothing to do, he joined a gang.
I got arrested and for stabbing the boy with scissors in the arm. Stupidly, I think. Now I think it's stupid, but at the time I got angry and my mind just went and I took the scissors and stabbed him.
Cisco was lucky. He was noticed by a local youth worker, Roger Jalil, and encouraged to join a football club. After moving areas and with Roger's help, Cisco gradually pulled away from his gang.
He's a big lad. As you can see, he's much more bigger than the other kids. And straight away you can see that he would become a target for, gangs who would want him as part of their gang because of his size. So, looking at and seeing what type of family background he's coming from, it's important that we kept him away from the streets and engaged in positive activities that we do here.
Here in Lambeth, the police told me 98% of young people have little to do with gangs, but in London this year, 11 teenagers so far have been killed.
The vast majority of young people have absolutely nothing to do with gangs. That minority that do are being reduced all the time, and that's reflected in significant reductions in youth violence, both within London and Lambeth.
How they define a group of gang.
In the Bangladeshi community in East London, they run the Aasha Gang Conflict Mediation project, which aims to de-glamorise the gang culture and prevent conflicts.
Aasha helped us through training like risk assessment training, first aid training, one-to-one monitoring, gang mediation, conflict training. They helped us, they empowered us. So what we do is we are like the middle people who help Aasha to reach hard-to-reach kids, and we, in return, try to empower them.
While the number of girls in gangs is small, there is growing unease about their involvement in the culture. I've come to meet a former girl group member, Olienka, who was homeless from the age of 16 and got into trouble with the police. She runs a website with her business partner, Peaches, offering workshops for young people.
We don't want them to be like us. Me and Peaches are living testimonies that you don't need to go to prison, you don't need to be homeless. With Reality Bites, what we're trying to do with young people is show them that you can be in a group of friends, but you need to know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are and you're not confident in yourself and what you want for yourself, then that's when you can be dragged down the wrong way. We don't tell them they're wrong and we don't say they're right. We just say these are the choices you've got in front of you.
For Cisco, the future is looking very positive. Now aged 15, he's just taken 9 GCSEs and wants to go to university. Aasha Tal, BBC News.
Aasha, that's your first report then for BBC News.
That was my first report, yeah.
And did you come to any conclusions, any firm conclusions, or simply there's a very complex problem?
It's such a complex issue, and it's really difficult to get people to talk about it. That's one of the things that I found. So when I first started the report, I thought, oh yeah, people are going to want to talk about it, but it was really, really difficult. I think the conclusions that I drew were that there needs to be a lot more money put into it and a lot more youth centres offering things for young people to do. and I think that would help the situation a lot.
Were you conscious? I know you were talking about how when you went into this you were trying to look at the story from a positive angle, things that are being done. Were you conscious? Because I know it's the thing a lot of reporters say, is they're mindful as they're trying to make a positive story that people might be watching that who may have been victims of crime, who are thinking, do you know what, I don't have a lot of sympathy for these kids who get in trouble, and I want that reflected too. And I know you talked to Cisco and you didn't shy away, and he didn't, from what he'd done. And I think that sometimes people need to hear that too. Do you know what I'm saying? That is one of the problems you face when you have to balance some of these things up.
That is definitely one of the difficulties, and I did want to try and get a lot of different people's views across. It was very difficult to try and find victims of gang violence to come forward and speak, so I tried to reflect that in my reporting there, so I hope I did a good job.
Because that's another problem in itself, isn't it? Getting people to talk to you.
That was very, very difficult. We actually had people that pulled out last moment, and it was very, very stressful. But I'm glad that we got Cisco and Roger and the people from Aasha Gang Mediation Conflict to speak out to us.
Yeah, and you managed to extract really interesting interviews from them once they'd agreed to talk. Has that sparked your interest in reporting? Is that something you'd like to pursue now?
It's definitely something that I'm looking to do. I'm going to start my Masters in September at City University, and I've already been working at Radio Jackie in South West London as a newsreader, so it's something that I'm definitely looking forward to my career in reporting, really.
Well, it looks like it's going to be very successful, and congratulations. It's been lovely having you with us. Thanks very much.